Here comes the first pitch.
The shortstop.
Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
The designated hitter.
Here's Albert now. He comes in right on the heels of driving in 5 runs in yesterday's ball game. And he got him out in front. That time, strike one. Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today. They come in looking to turn things around as they've dropped 2 straight.
Yeah, man, nothing they'd like to do more than to salvage this one, D-Roll. After this one, they go on the road for a 7-game road trip, so big to get this win here today.
Yeah, last game in front of the home folks before you go out for a week. This is a big one. They're going to get it done.
And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game, watch those 2 at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go big.
Wow.
Ready now for L.A., Mike Trout, as he enters this one with an absurdly high batting average. Definitely one of the most dangerous hitters in the league these days. And with that, let's take a look at the Angels starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, you always have to beware of Mike Trout. He's got a batting average of over 400 with runners in scoring position coming into this one. I love watching him in those situations because he gets really dialed in. Hopefully we get to see some of that today.
The 0-1. Swung on and chopped down the line at third. BR at the bag. At the plate, Alcides Escobar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Orioles,
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. These Angels, as they enter play here this afternoon, fellas, they come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
You know, Matt, a big part of the offense is Mark Trumbo. He had 20 ribbies last month. That's RBIs. That's ribeye steaks. However you want to put it, he drove in 20 men. When you're doing that over the course of a month, that's some pretty consistent hitting.
Here's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone. Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2. Here now the 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. At the plate, Jonathan Villar. Lifetime line against Trevor Cahill. He's 1 for 5. 1 ball, no strikes to count. A ball and a strike. And that misses. 2-1. Now the 2-1 is taken for strike 2. Heading out towards shallow right. On the move is Calhoun. He tracks it down. Into the box now, Justin Bohr. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
The first baseman, Justin.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Mancini has it in his tracks. 1 down.
Batting 6.
Now batting, Zach Cozart. He too had 3 knocks in yesterday's win. Grounder down the line at third. This is foul for the strike. The windup and the 0-1. High in the air out to center field. Rickards on his horse. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Batting 7.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. His past history with Dylan Bundy, he's 0 for 4. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Rickards on the move. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the... Here's Mark Trumbo now, hoping to stay hot. He had a couple of hits, including a home run yesterday. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Upton's under it. He's got it 1 away.
The left fielder.
And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Maybe a favorable call there, taken for a strike.
Two great pitches down in the zone. Interested to see where he goes now. Does he bounce something in the dirt? Does he go elevated fastball? A lot of options at hand right now.
Throw on to first, and Cahill's looking sharp here. 2 away.
Batting 6. The right fielder.
Ready now, DJ
Number
Stewart.
24.
And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. On the season, Stewart brings a batting line of barely over 200, so there's certainly some room for improvement there.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will... Now at the plate, Cole Calhoun, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
The right fielder. Cole Calhoun.
Line shot to first, and there's 1 away.
Batting 9.
Now in the box, David Fletcher. And you see the numbers there. He's been very dangerous at the plate, to say the least. This is line to left. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you can say, hey, he's going to hold calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
So we're under in scoring position with 2 men gone, and standing in the machine, Albert Pujols. From the stretch, here's the pitch. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed.
Well, it's obvious they didn't change their scouting report after yesterday's game. He had 2 bombs yesterday and another one today. Hey, this pace can't continue, but he's going to ride this wave as long as he can.
Swing and a long drive again. This one to deep center. Rickard retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief as the side is...
Welcome back. As the Orioles look to get the offense going here in the 3rd, this is a lineup that has had its struggles this season. Entering the day, they rank near the bottom of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. So it's clear this is a work in progress. One player told me before the game, it's a difficult thing to go through. We're all competitive guys, and we believe in ourselves, but we're obviously not getting the results we need. Now, one coach told me that despite the numbers being what they are, he's seeing a lot of development happening, so he's optimistic about what the future holds, especially for some of their younger players. Back to you, Matt.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Swing and a miss as he starts the 3rd the same way he ended the 2nd with a punch-out, 1 away. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And up next, the left-handed power bat of Chris Davis. Strike 1 to start the at-bat.
大棒
Smoked on the ground to second. Fletcher from shallow right. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. Coming to the plate now, Jesus Sucre. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Orioles still looking for their first hit of the ballgame. Got him reaching there, strike 2. Swing and a miss on the knuckle curve, and the inning is over. Here's Justin Upton now.
Justin Upton. Justin Upton.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a ball pulled hard down the line and left. And this is going to get down and head for the 333 sign. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
The fans didn't even get a chance to settle in their seats for the beginning of the inning. And he just blistered that ball down the line on the first pitch he saw. It stayed fair, and he's safely on second with the leadoff double. That's the way you lead off an inning.
Upton leads off second with nobody out. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Rickards under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The third baseman.
A man at second with one down, and that'll bring in the former All-Star Zach Cozart. Getting a few steps off the second there. Now the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but it gets by the glove down the line. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's a 3-0 game.
Now batting, the catcher.
So one gone in the inning here with the runner at first. And that brings in Jonathan Lucroy.
Yeah, Dan, he's got to feel pretty good about that. Not only did he have a great AB, first pitch hacking, but he smoked that ball to mix in a ribby knock.
Boy, he did. He must have had a pretty good plan of attack walking into that batter's box, and he had an idea of the pitch that he was going to.
And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. And this one is gone. A home run. Cole Calhoun will stand in now.
Cole Calhoun.
Swing and a drive. This one's deep to right. And this one bounds around against the wall. Throwing to second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. Stepping in now, David Fletcher. This is line to left. Mancini is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are two gone now.
The bat, number 2.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Andrelton Simmons. He flew out in his last at-bat. Good lead off the second there. Now the pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
变漏接。
Infielders are taught from the time they hold a glove that you've got to play the ball and not let the ball play you. You can see here that this one just ate him up, and he couldn't recover in time.
He's set, and the pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
滑球。来个满贯前。
Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. 3 runs already home here. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Rickards under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop, back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Calhoun is over a few steps toward the line, and he has it for the first out. That'll bring in Joey Rickard. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes now.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and the switch hitter Jonathan VR will be the next to bat. Ripped down the line.
MVP.
Sent out to straightaway center field. Trout has a read on it. And that ends the inning. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the fifth.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Angels offense with their manager between innings. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said they're doing an excellent job with pitch selection, meaning they're swinging at the right pitches and doing damage with flow. The numbers back that up. 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet, guys.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Now here it comes. Now he extends nicely, and this ball driven to right field and deep. And this is going to rattle up against the out-of-town scoreboard now. And he will get there as the Angels are in business with a leadoff double.
The left fielder, number 8.
Ready once
Justin
again. Justin Upton. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. And there's one down now. So a runner at third here with 1 gone, and the big left-handed hitting first baseman Justin Bour will bat next. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Rickards under it. And he makes the play, but this should extend their lead as the runner tags from third. And a 6th run will come across on the sac fly. It's now 6-zip. Digging in to try it again. Zach Cozart, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. This is line to left. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. A 2-out hit, one that'll bring up Jonathan Lucroy to bat this inning. So he's aboard with his 2nd hit of the afternoon so far as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. This is in the air out to straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And welcome back to Baltimore as we send you down to check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Into the corner and slicing foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. Ready now for Baltimore. Trey Mancini. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
Stays alive, still 0-2. No runs, no hits, 1 error thus far for Baltimore. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game. Digging in for his 2nd at-bat, DJ Stewart. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. The windup and the 0-1. On, could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now.
Hey, this offense needs to check themselves right now. They have to find a way to get somebody on base.
Well, the first baseman is under it to make the play. So striding forward now, Cole Calhoun. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Next for the Angels.
in, David Fletcher hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
And this will be taken in out there just a few steps in front of the track, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, the shortstop.
2 men are out now in the Angels' 6th. And standing in, one of the best 2-strike hitters in baseball, Andrelton Simmons. Nunez is right there. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. And here's Renato Nunez. He'll start things off in the Baltimore 6th.
The third baseman.
Here's the first pitch to him. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
Hey, he's been able to pound that zone all night, working that outer half of the plate. That's why he's having so much success.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The next 0-2. Popped up. Bohr just to the right of the mound, and that's the first out of the inning.
The first baseman.
A chance for last year's MVP runner-up with the bases empty and 1 away. Here's Chris Davis. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike.
I don't know if this is great deception by the pitcher, great arm action, or just bad offensive approach. They got to find a way to get something in the zone. Somebody's got to be willing to take a pitch, maybe move something the other way to kind of calibrate what the strike zone is going to be.
Here's another 0-2. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game. At the plate, Jesus Sucre looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. A ball and no strikes. Popped him up. Bohr in foul ground. And no one will track it down. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. At the letters, but called high. It's a ball.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2. Alcides Escobar would be next. And he pops it up back behind second base. Fletcher is there, and the side is retired. Striding forward now is the DA, Albert Pujols. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Hard hit ball to short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting.
So
Mike Trout.
in the inning, and here's the always dangerous center fielder, Mike Trout. Sharp ground ball to third. And this sails right over Davis's head. But it's backed up well, so luckily there will be no advance.
故意的。
Now with a play, Justin Upton. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as this.
Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the recovery's too late as he's able to beat the throw to first. So following the error, it's now runners at first and second. And here comes the first baseman, Justin Bohr. Here comes the first pitch. Line drive to center field. And this is turning ugly now as this ball's down for extra bases. And a relay home. And some poor base running there as they tag him out near third.
Up next for the Angels.
Digging in, Zach Cozart. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Swing and a miss on the slider. 0-1.
Hey, as a former infielder, nothing hurts your heart more than making errors behind your pitchers. Let's see if this guy can pick them up right here.
And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. Mancini has to retreat to the track, but he has. It's a Back to the top of the Oriole lineup now, and stepping in, Alcides Escobar. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. No balls and a strike to count. Maybe a favorable call there, taken for a strike. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Trout has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Digging in, Joey Rickard. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, big time K last time up, and it's been a tough series for him so far. You can tell he's just not seeing the ball off this team. Let's see if he can make an adjustment right here.
Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Got him. So that's the second out of the inning, and he's 7 outs away now. Standing in, Jonathan Villar. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1. Popped him up. Ward has a play, and that's the 3rd out. And now for the Angels, Jonathan Lucroy. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of this one, and it's gone as they add still another. It's a solo shot for Jonathan Lucroy, his 2nd of the game, as this lead swells to 7-0.
That one definitely seems worth taking a look at with Show Track. It wasn't a particularly deep home run, but as you can see, he connected pretty well. 110 miles an hour off the bat, and it got out of here in a hurry.
The right fielder, Cole.
Into the box now, Cole Calhoun. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The batter number
Stepping in, David Fletcher. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Baseball is a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
No question, he's swinging the bat very well of late, and when that's the case, you can't wait to get in the batter's box. Definitely the case in this game. That's his 2nd base night. This one for extra bases.
First offering on its way. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. Fletcher at 2nd with 2 down. And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left.
Goodbye, home. 第9支拳，2分炮。
Albert Pujols, a 2-run shot, his 2nd home run of the game as they push this lead up to 9 now. Gregory Infante comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. In there for strike 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Around first, Trout on his way to 2nd now. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard-hit line drive.
Standing in now, just enough. As he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. Upton in a hole, 0-2 the count to him.
Hey, 2 tough pitches right there, and expect more of the same. With that guy standing out on second base, you don't want any RBI scoring right here. With that base open at first, he's going to grind out and try and get this guy to swing something outside.
And the throw will be too late as he can't recover in time. In now, Justin Bohr. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Into the bleachers and gone. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Number 23 for him thus far as they just continue to pour it on here. These guys are really putting on a show here. That dinger brings the total up to 5 for the game so far. Amazing stuff today, guys.
Yeah, Matty V, how about this, D-Row? If you come to watch offense, you pick the right game to come and see.
5 bombs from one team. Everybody in the lineup. They're making fun right now of the guys who don't have a homer in this one.
Rickard is there, and he puts it away to stop the... To the plate now is the designated hitter, Mark Trumbo. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how the starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Behind 0-2 now. Here it comes on 0-2. And he struck him out for the first out of the inning, but perhaps more importantly, he's 5 outs away now. Stepping in, Trey Mancini. No hits to this point.
Mancini.
And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. Lifted down the line in left. And they can't run it down. 1 out, nobody on. Got him. 4 outs away from his date with history. So stepping in, DJ Stewart. He struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 so far. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throwing the dirt, but a good scoop at first, saves an error. Michael Gibbons comes on to work now. He's their usual closer, but this is obviously not a save opportunity.
Yeah, this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him a chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit hard to short. Escobar has it over to VR. Really Davis, and indeed it's a double play.
The batter, number 6.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. David Fletcher, 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. First pitch on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Rickard is going to have room out there as he puts it. Digging in now, Renato Nunez starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
And a step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. Here's Chris Davis now. He went down on strikes last time up. Late that time for a strike. One and one, the count to Chris Davis.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. A ball and 2 strikes now. Strike 3. So now he's 1 out away from perfection. Settling in now, Jesus Sucre. He represents the 27th and many hope final batter in this masterful performance. The 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Baltimore down to their final strike.
Again.
Chopper to short. To his left, Simmons. Throw in time. He's done it. A perfect game.
Yeah, you've heard when it rains, it pours. Well, it was raining dominance out here in this one. 27 up, 27 down, and he barely broke a